We waited every day for a miracle to happen, and it happened. For parents who experience exactly the same as me knows what exactly it means when you are able to sit on the sofa on Sunday, and when you can watch at 5 o'clock when there's a family movies, and when your child sits next to you and you could sit as a family, even if it's 5 minutes and if it's never happened before, it's a lot. And I remember Daniel was standing in the corner, just wanted to go out, and she said, "Do you know anything about autism? Did you ever hear anything?" I said, "No, I think your son might be autistic." And I still remember that feeling, that hot, that something very, very hot goes into you, like after like hot shower. I said, "No, no, 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 he's not." It's like somebody switched a child. Okay, it was difficult, the problems with the sleep, running constant, it was difficult. But we came to that stage, we were not able to leave a house. We were not able to set him in a buggy or walk on the street. All he wanted is just to be in my arms, stay at home, hug me tight, and nothing else. Daniel became very active, constantly running, always running. It was strange that he didn't reply. It wasn't strange to me because I thought it's normal. But my mom and my family, they said, why he is not, saying in Lithuanian language, why he's not, trying to communicate with us. I was afraid to have a guest in my house because my son was naked. I was afraid to go in a shop because my son was screaming. I was so tired, of course, because for a year and a half, I lived on a 3-hour sleep in 24 hours. Daniel had obsessions with the toy, with Thomas' toy. He could have played only with him. There was no other interests in any other toys. If you wanted to, you could take him to any shop and say, "Daniel, look, choose any toy you want." He would go exactly for the same toy, exactly to the same shelf, and get exactly the same toy. There was Thomas all over my house. His 4th birthday, he spent on the stairs while all his friends were playing in the room because he couldn't cope. He couldn't cope with this all noise. It was too much for him. He didn't want to play with children. He always preferred playing on his own. If we go to playgrounds, he would go straight away in the corner. He would go to play by himself. He never wanted the company. He found it so difficult, and especially when girls were screaming and playing, he would go like this. He couldn't cope. It was too much for him. So many times I had to just take him home. It was difficult to take him to specialist room. He would want to go within a minute. He was to go now, and this is it. He would not cope with different places. It had to be this way, his way, or no way. So we started spending more time at home. He was, after eating his food, his nappy was full, constantly like a water. He wasn't digesting his food. It was like as soon as he was eating and the nappy was full. Then at the age of 2.5, we were back from where I'm coming from, and my son passed out on a plane, on landing. And since that day, his kind of epileptic seizures started. 2, 3, 4 times a day, vomiting, undigested food. It was crazy. We were afraid to even sleep, even that 3 hours when he was asleep, because there were so many times when Daniel woke up in the morning, very, very early in the morning, and he would start vomiting, and then all that what he ate before he went to bed. And I thought, what worse can be than we living a hell life now? You know, we don't enjoy our life. We don't, you know, our child is like in a prison, you know, constantly crying, constantly upset, constantly bloated, pale. I could see, you know, that he's not enjoying his life, you know, and as a mom, there's my responsibility to do something to make sure that my son is okay. I never wanted to allow myself to believe there's nothing I can help, you know, more than only, you know, playing, interacting, you know, doing what is the best. So I did a lot of research on stem cell. I spoke with my husband. It was between me and my husband decision. We found out there's 2 types, this and that. Again, not in the UK, America, or other countries. So the driver came and picked us up, and we went to clinic, and I was shocked with the welcoming we received from the clinic. The staff is brilliant. My son was so much loved. He felt really, really good. So we had a couple of days, we had a consultation, we had the blood tests taken, checking his condition. There's a lot of doctors came and checked, how is it, Daniel? Is he okay? Is he gonna cope? And I've been shown the room, I've been shown everything, all the cleaning around. And a couple of days later, we had the stem cell treatment. We had aftercare. They've checked him, they spoke with me, they, you know, comforted me. They were always with me saying, you know, Mom, it's okay. And we went back to our apartment where we stayed. So we got home, and of course we waited every day for a miracle to happen, and it happened. My son playing upstairs in a room, and Mom who sits and has a coffee with her. It never happened before. It was always screams and demands. The first thing what we've noticed, a flat tummy, no more bloated. Okay, no more running down the stairs straight in the kitchen and grabbing and constantly asking me and demanding to eat now, and more and more and more. He started leaving food on a plate. Wow, you haven't finished, you left the food on a plate? When before you were asking me for more and going getting yourself? Okay, we tolerating more food. We even had a chocolate and had no reaction. As before, he would go through it. Been 3 years. We had the first visit. We went to a restaurant. When I photographed and I posted on Facebook, and all my friends, family, and people who knows us, they asked me, "Is this real?" The waitress, she brought some colored pencils, so he drew on the paper. He waited for his juice. He waited for his main meal. You know, 3 years. 3 years. And I was like on a second date, but this time with my 2 men. Now, we could do shopping easily. He doesn't run. I don't even need to hold his hand. I could say, "Daniel, come back." He listens. He comes back, he waits. Another thing, he gives me all the products for me to scan it, and I put in a bag. Or we're doing opposite. food is too hot, he's blowing. He's asking me for a drink, bringing me a cup and saying, water. Wow. He still likes high-speed trains. He shows interest in the spiders, but there's no Thomas. And I know that you know what that means to have Thomas all the time. Thomas hat, Thomas trains, Thomas bedding, Thomas towels, Thomas, and you have none. You can bring a box, pack, and put it in the loft, because there is no more Thomas. When I walked in the room and I saw his trousers, his top, and socks, he put on a bed, ready to get dressed. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. And then I said, Daniel, let's try. You can do it. You can do it. And somehow he managed. He managed to dress himself up. To me it was shock. I called my husband straight away. I said, you won't believe what happened. You won't believe what happened. Since we had the stem cell treatment, it's been 9 months. It's unbelievable how our lives has changed. Mom is calmer, dad is calmer. Why? Because our son is happy now.